Hi, Marie here and welcome to my channel. Today I am very excited because I am doing a Canadian collaboration with three wonderful women here from YouTube. Now the first one is Emmy from Emmy's World of Fragrance, and she's the one that kind of organized and initiated this, so thank you Emmy for including me in this. The next one is the beautiful Nisha from Spicy Looks. She's got awesome videos and great content and amazing eye looks. And also Mojann, and she has a wild amount of videos out in a very short amount of time. She was doing a video per day for a while. So I am going to leave all their channels linked down below. We're all relatively new to the fragrance video party, so go ahead, check out their videos and feel free to subscribe, help their channels grow. And if you are new and coming over from one of those channels, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to the weird and wonderful family, and I would love it if you would subscribe. And other than that, if you're here all the time, thank you so much. Welcome again. And yeah, let's just get into this. So today we are going to be talking about my most challenging perfumes in my collection. So I've got 6 beautiful perfumes here to talk to you guys about, and yeah, for whatever reason each one of these was a bit of a challenge for me in some capacity. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Nina Ricci's Lextas. Now, first of all, the bottle's beautiful. Like, look at that, it's so nice. And I was so excited to smell this because several YouTubers had talked about how absolutely sexy this was. Not just Lextas, but also Rose Lextas was another one that was more of a sweet jammy rose. I was excited because Francis Kirkdejean is the nose behind this perfume. Apparently he does rose amazingly. So yeah, I was just super pumped to smell this. The description had been like it's a beautiful caramely rose, super sexy, sultry perfume. So I was going to actually buy it, and then my friend Lori, she beat me to it, and so she didn't like it, so she gave it to me. I was sure I was going to love this perfume. Now, remember, it's the caramel, it's rose, it's supposed to be sultry and sexy. I can see where people get that from this one, but it just doesn't do it for me. So this is one that I will likely get rid of. What I usually do is I'll try perfumes quite a few times to see, you know, does it bring me joy? Am I loving it? Is it something that, you know, whatever, like am I warming up to it? Some perfumes I'm not crazy about the smell, but they're intriguing. This one I struggle with. Now I do smell the caramel. What I smell mostly is caramel and rose with some white floral, so it kind of lightens it up, and I just don't enjoy it. So it just doesn't sit, like whether it's in the bottle or on my skin, it doesn't work for me. And I think part of it is that I'm looking for something that's a little bit more deeper, darker. This is kind of I guess a light sexy, a light kind of gourmandy rose. I definitely get that caramel, but this one, you know, it supposedly has Virginian cedar, notes like that, and I'm not getting that. I get a white floral rose with a bit of caramel thrown in. And maybe I'm not liking the caramel because I'm noticing that perfumes that have a ton of caramel in, I don't really love it. So I don't know if it's that, but it doesn't bring me joy. I was really disappointed too because I don't know about you guys, but I'm easily influenced. Like I'll watch someone and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds amazing. I love the way she described it. I've got to have it. So this was one of those where I'm like, oh, it just sounds so phenomenal. And so I think that my excitement around it, the scent just didn't live up to my imaginings. So it is really pretty. I can see that a lot of people would like this. I think that it would be mass appealing. So yes, most people I think would like it. I think the thing that I don't like about it, and this is going to sound horrible, is that it kind of reminds me of my mom's perfumes. I love the way my mom smells. I've always loved the way my mom smells, and I think she smells super classy all the time, always. But she's a very light white floral person, and then sometimes there's rose mixed in. So this is a light white floral with some rose mixed in. So it smells like mom, but then it smells like I've gone in for a hug and she's been chewing on some caramels. My kid just walked in. Okay, so that's what it smells like. So I'm smelling her breath of caramels and then the white floral and rose. So this one is challenging to me. This one I am going to be regifting. Lori gifted it to me. I'm going to be regifting it to my sister because she happens to really like this. The next perfume on my list is Elie Saab Girl of Now Forever. Now I was super excited to get this one. First of all, look at that bottle. Look at the beauty of it. I was super excited to get this because I got it at our Shoppers Drug Mart. It's a local drugstore here in Canada, and they'll put perfumes on for 20 bucks. So I got this for $20. So I was super pumped about it. And I have I'll put the card up here of my, it was a haul video. And so I got this one and I was so excited, so it's an Elie Saab Girl of Now. So I was super excited about that. I love the way it looks. It was 20 bucks, so I was already hyped up completely. So then I smelt it, and this one got tons of good reviews too. And the opening I absolutely loved. So it's lemon peel and raspberry, and I loved how bright it is. I still love how bright it is. I can smell that raspberry, I can smell the lemon, kind of makes my mouth pucker. It's quite tart. So loved it. And then as it dries down, you get the almond and kind of like a little bit of a, I call it a shortbread kind of vibe. So it smells kind of like a dessert. Now, I still like this one. I'm still keeping this one in my collection, but the thing that I struggle with is that lemon peel stays very bright and quite sharp throughout the whole entire experience of the perfume. So I like it, I keep sniffing it, I keep trying it because I do like it, but I don't love it. So I'm not sure how, sorry, I keep going back to it. I love the smell of this in the bottle, and I do like it on myself, but that sharpness of the lemon peel, I'm still, like, the jury's still out on it. So as much as I love the smell of it, I kind of get sick of it. I think maybe that's it while it's on my skin. And this is a beast as far as lasting. So it lasts a super long time, and I'm just not sure about it. And the other thing is that, you know, whenever I think of this perfume, I always think about the acronym, like Girl of Now. So gone forever. It just sounds so horrible. And this one might be gone forever. I haven't quite decided on this one yet. Now the next two perfumes in my collection are ones that at first sniff I thought that they were absolutely disgusting, and now I love them and can't stop sniffing them. So these are two that right off the bat I was like really unsure about, but again I kept trying them. And that's the interesting thing about our noses, is that you know, sometimes it's a matter of our nose maturing. Sometimes it's a matter of, you know, just kind of getting a better understanding of the perfume. But I always give perfumes quite a few tries before making a decision on them, because, yeah, sometimes things shift. So the first one I'll talk about is Sunshine Vibes by Be Layered. Now this is a dupe for Amouage's Sunshine Woman. Now this perfume, the reason why I chose to get it is because I'm a fairly large tobacco fan. I love the smell of tobacco in perfume, and this had white tobacco, so I thought, ooh, it's gonna be like sultry and amazing. So I got it, and the first thing that you smell is the osmanthus. So it has a bit of a warm, almost peachy smell. And then the white tobacco really threw me off. And I'm not sure if it's tobacco leaves, tobacco flower, what exactly it is, but it smells not like I was expecting. So I was expecting more of a traditional tobacco smell, and this certainly wasn't it. So I put it on my skin, and at first I'm like, I don't understand this. It wasn't what I was expecting. Oh, I can't stop sniffing this one. But in the end, this ended up being one of my favorite perfumes, I think, ever. I love it. I want to get Amouage's Sunshine Woman. I love the tobacco in it. It's warm. To me, it smells earthy, a little bit peachy, but earthy, warm. It's kind of sweet, but it smells, I don't know, there's just a depth to it. And what I love about this perfume is you get a journey. So the way it smells at the beginning, on first spray, is not the same as what you get in the mid and in the base. This perfume is like really long lasting. If I put it on at the beginning of the day, I can smell it when I go to bed. I love the way it smells on me throughout the day. I can get whiffs of it. So yeah, it just grew on me. So it wasn't what I expected again with that tobacco, but it's just a deep, rich, beautiful scent. I don't think that this would be blind buy worthy. And I also don't think that this is necessarily crowd pleasing, but it's Maria pleasing. So I love it. And this one, I think that I will always have it in my collection, whether it be the dupe from Be Layered or whether it be the real thing from Amouage. I think I'll go for the real thing from Amouage. Next perfume is one that's been getting kind of a bit of hype lately, Demi Rawling. Not too long ago put on it was kind of like an affordable, underrated perfume video. And so in that video was Lalique's Amethyst. And so again, because Demi Rawling suggested it, I was like, gonna get it right away. And my friend Lori, she's basically my dealer. Like, she keeps me in the know with all these perfumes. Anyway, she bought it first, didn't like it, so she passed it on to me. So I did this with my blind buy haul or whatever, and I didn't sniff it until the first video. And again, like, the card was earlier, but this one, when I first smelt it, basically all I could smell was old lady. Now, the thing about this one, it's a lot of dark berries. So blackberry, mulberry, blueberry, there's black currant in it, strawberry in it. So I was expecting kind of like a big bowl of berries and cream. And I was really put off by what I smelt, because that's not what I got. So I think one of the things about, like, one of the challenging things about perfumes is going in with an already made up mind about what you think something's gonna smell like, because you've looked at the notes. So I was anticipating a certain thing, and when I smelt it, I'm like, super old lady. Like, that's all I could think was super old lady, super dated. And so I was like, not into this at all. Now, again, I kept on trying it. So the more I tried it, the more I tried to wrap my head around what I was smelling. And like, the weird thing about this one is it has kind of a bit of a green note to it. Like, it's got some florals, like it's got rose, peony, there's vanilla and bourbon in the dry down. I don't get any of that. What I get are those top note fruits, and pretty much I get that throughout the whole entire thing. But what it is to me is a mosh of the fruits, the stems, and the leaves. And so it smells like raw, dark fruits that you've just picked, and you're smelling it all with those leaves and those stems maybe muddled together. I know It's MJ said that she thought it smelled like a kind of like a fruit tea, which that totally made sense to me too. And maybe it's because of the patchouli in here, but the more I smelt it, the more I found it addictive. And again, it's kind of in this same sort of category. So the Sunshine Woman is a little bit more, like it's got a sweet element, but it's got a lot of kind of more earthy, earthy somehow notes to it, or it pulls earthy to me. And that's what I get with this one too. What I found was that more and more I crave it, and I like both of these, especially on rainy days for some reason. I don't know why, because they're kind of dark and damp smelling anyway, so you'd think I'd want something bright and cheery or cozy, but these just give me somehow a romantic vibe, like I'm some sort of elven queen walking through, yeah, total elven queen vibes. These are elven queen vibes. So imagine me wearing some long velvet cloak, bare feet, walking through like a beautiful, you know, forest with huge cedars, and it's just rained and I'm walking in the dampness of the leaves under my feet. That's kind of how I feel when I wear perfumes like this. So I love them, and they are definitely staying in my collection. Love them both. The next two that I have on my list are both from the house of Mugler, and the first one is Angel Muse. Now this one, again, it's because of the descriptions that are on YouTube and the idea that I had formulated in my mind about what this would smell like. So people said, like, well, Demi Rawling, which everybody, like so many people feel the same way about this perfume, and she would go hazelnut, 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 like she just, oh, she said it just smelled like hazelnut to her. And so when I smelled it, I'm like, hazelnut? I don't smell any hazelnut. What I smell is the grapefruit and the patchouli. So the opening of this one has grapefruit and I think pink pepper. And then the mid is hazelnut spread. And then the dry down has patchouli. I think just patchouli. Maybe there's other notes in there. But when I smelled this one, I was expecting to smell like this chocolatey goodness. And to me, again, it's MJ. I love her descriptions. She said that this smelled like a sweet tea. And I agree with her. I think that it smells like a sweet tea. There's a bit of a hazelnutty vibe in there. But overall, I get the kind of tartness of that grapefruit and the patchouli. That's what I'm smelling. So because I was anticipating that this was hazelnut, again, like thinking from a challenging perspective, I was like, well, why can't I smell the hazelnut? And yeah, so that was the challenge for me. However, I love the smell of this. I find this scent really comforting. I love putting this one on at bedtime. I can't wait to wear it in the winter and the fall. And I find this really addictive. So I really love the scent of it, but I don't get a whole lot of that chocolate hazelnut spread. Now in the EDT version, I smell more chocolate in that one. In this one, not so much. Nevertheless, I love it once I just decided to love it for what I smell it for. I think that's part of it. If you don't smell something specific in something that someone else does, don't get your knickers in a knot right away. You might not smell it. Like, I don't really smell any hazelnut in this, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like it. My nose notices different things, I guess. Or maybe it's not as mature, I don't know. However, this one was challenging, but I love it. My last perfume was another one that like everybody just loves it and thinks it's this amazingly sexy perfume. Or I shouldn't say everyone loves it, because I don't think everybody does. In fact, I think it's quite a polarizing perfume. And it is Alien by Mugler. Now, when I first sprayed this, I don't know what I was expecting. I'm gonna just spray it on the card. See, I just find it so sexy now. But when I first sprayed it, I'm like, ugh, I don't like this. And to me, it just smelled kind of soapy. So I put it on my skin. It just felt a little bit soapy. So the first 2 times I put it on myself, I'm like, no, this isn't for me. I'm not gonna get it. And that's kind of how I felt for quite a while. And then the more I put it on, the sexier I started to think it was. It's like, what kind of magic is this that I would all of a sudden start to just totally vibe with it and think it's the sexiest thing ever, but something happened. It went from soapy to sexy, man. Like, seriously, I can't stop sniffing this one. I love wearing this one. It makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel like, I don't know, just amazing. And yeah, I love it. I don't think this one is so sultry that you can't wear it during the day. I can see that it's powerful perfume, so maybe because you don't want everybody smelling you, you might not want to wear this one in the day, but to me this is daytime or nighttime. I definitely get the sexy vibe from it. It still is soapy to me. There's a soapy vibe to it, but it is so sexy. And the cool thing about this one is it's just 3 notes. It's sambac jasmine, woodsy notes, and amber. Just gonna sit here and sniff for a while. So anyway, these are my 6 perfumes that I have found challenging for one reason or another. So I guess the moral of the story is give a perfume a little bit of time, even if you're not crazy about it. Let's say you go sniffing in a store. Don't cheat yourself by smelling it once and not trying it again, because you never know what might happen. Now, this again was a love at first sniff, and now I'm not sure I'm crazy about it, and it might be gone forever. But the majority of these are ones that for whatever reason I had to work something out in the scents, but I absolutely love them. Let me know in the comments below, what are your challenging perfumes? What are the ones that have kind of given you trouble, but you ended up really loving them? I would love to know. I'd love for us to chat about it. And that's it. Once again, please go check out those other beautiful Canadian women. Go check out their channels. I would really appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing week. We'll talk to you soon.